y'all. Welcome back to Lay It on the Line. It's your girl, Jammela.
And your boy Miles.
All right, so Miles, we're going to jump into the hot topics. But before we jump into hot topics, what's been up? How your weekend been?
It's been cool. Same old same, just chilling.
Chilling,
Yeah,
chilling.
not too much of nothing.
All right.
In this crazy world. Crazy world we live in, but it is what it is.
Yeah, you got any trips planned?
Yeah, I got some trips I'm trying to do. I got them store in mind I want to do. You know, I just don't know which one I'm gonna do it when I'm gonna do it. 'Cause I got some stuff coming up. Got family reunions coming up.
Yep.
I'm still debating if I want to throw this pool party. I think I'm gonna go on my host it. I don't know. I don't know. So I ain't.
Let's hear from everybody that's watching. Do y'all want to do another pool party this year like we did last year before the storm? Or y'all gonna pass? Let us know. You gonna pass on the pool party or you gonna come to the pool party? Should we have a pool party or should we just pass? I say let's do the pool party.
Yeah, I'm probably.
Miles say he gonna see.
Yeah, so I got time. I got another week to get everything together. Well, have my mind made up. But yeah, I know for a fact I got one trip. I'm going to Dabin Island.
Ireland, okay.
Yeah, in September. That's to the football game though.
The Steelers gonna be playing.
Yeah. So I'm going. I got to take a trip out the country to go see that. I want to do it one time. Go catch the football game. I mean, hey.
Yeah, that's your team.
That's my team. I'm gonna ride. But that for sure is on the map. But when I go, I'm going for a week.
Okay.
Cause I ain't flying that far just for no one day.
Do you know what the weather gonna be like in September?
Hell no.
Don't really matter.
It don't even matter. I'm going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's gonna be cold.
Mhm.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
But
I hope not.
But before that, I don't know. I got something in store I'm gonna do. I don't know yet. I thought about London, Paris, France, Amsterdam, something like that. I figured out.
Yeah, I want to go visit Amsterdam.
Yeah. I just gonna make it all one travel trip. Maybe fly to London, Paris, and then catch the train. Well, catch the train from Paris to London, then fly to Amsterdam. So, yeah, something like that. So I figured out. I have it all mapped out.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so we're gonna jump into hot topics. One that just popped up to my mind: the Diddy and the Cassie case. I don't know if we might have talked about it before, but since some new evidence has come out and they telling all the little juicy details, what's your stance on that?
Be honest, I don't even follow it.
You don't follow it?
I mean, I don't get in nobody else's foolishness because at the end of the day, I mean, the shit they saying could be true. I mean, for some of the evidence that you seen, I can believe he can be like that. Because you got cats that act like that. They get a little money, they feel they can do things the way they want to do it, run, act a certain way. He probably was that, but at the same time, y'all grown. Y'all allowed to stay there to do it because why? Because of the fame, because of the money, because you can go do this. I don't give a damn. That shit don't mean nothing. You gotta have some pride and dignity within yourself.
Yeah, they said that she even admitted that she enjoyed doing it. So I'm just following it on social media, but I'm not really sure like if they've even started talking about the illegal part, because like the freak offs, them consenting to do the stuff together, that's not the illegal part. Like I'm waiting to hear about the illegal part.
Yeah, because most people come out saying some stuff, but at the end of the day, money make people do some things.
I believe that.
And a lot of people out here willing to do and go through whatever else for the money because they want the money and they feel like, well, I need the money, I got this. I don't give a damn how much a motherfucker paying you or hard fame. Hey, you gonna respect me.
Yeah, but he clearly had no respect for her to even ask her to have sex with all those different men, and he watched.
Well, I don't know if it's true or not, but if so, she want to do it. She wanted to do it, so he may probably chunked her some money. So if she wanted to do
he
it,
definitely gave her money. He gave her fame and fortune.
Yeah, so I mean that's she had that choice and the option not to go. So
Yeah.
you can't be all of a sudden.
Well, she did say that she couldn't leave because he used to beat her. He used to threaten to blackmail her with leaking the sex tapes, and he threatened to kill her. So she's saying that the reason that she stayed for a long period of time is because she was afraid for her life.
Leak that motherfucker.
Right.
Leak it.
Right.
Okay, so what?
Because what's different now than it was before?
So leak it. So what you gonna do? What you gonna threaten me? Okay, I put a piece. You can put a goddamn restraining order if that's the case.
Yeah.
She want the money. She still want the fame, gang. So at the end of the day, I don't really have no sorries and pity party for nobody that's ground that know you had an option. You ain't no little kid. You had options to walk away, and you choose not to. Then that's on you.
Yeah.
So I don't have no sympathy to be like, oh, that's sad. Hey, it's messed up, but at
Yeah.
the end of the day, you grown. You make that choice.
I agree with you
You had
on
that
that.
choice, so you should have made that choice and walked off.
Mhm.
So I mean, hey, some people agree, some people don't. At the end of the day, you had that choice to make.
Yeah. I'm just glad that she finally got out of it, and we'll see what happened with him. So next hot topic,
Yeah.
and I know a lot of you guys know this song "Boots on the Ground." There's this little girl on TikTok.
Yeah.
Her name is Cherly. I don't know what her real name is, but that's the name that she go by, and she be having her little fan, and she be pop locking, dropping it,
Yeah.
and people have, at first people thought it was cute or whatever, but I guess now a lot of people are thinking that it's going too far because she's getting booked at shows with adult people, adult men, and a man actually called CPS on the mom because I guess he felt like when he saw her in the red dress video where she had on kind of like a adult looking dress,
Yeah.
and she had a wig on and she was singing the song. He was like, oh, this is going too far, and he called CPS. People are saying it's mixed. Like some people say, yeah, somebody should have called CPS because something bad can happen, and some people saying, oh, y'all doing too much. Just let Miss Shirley do her thing. I think Miss Shirley, I don't know how old she is, but she's no older than 5 or 6. She a
Yeah.
little girl.
Well,
What you think? What's your take on that? I know you mind your business and all, but what's your take on Miss Shirley?
I don't feel no little kid need to be doing nothing with they popping their hips. That's just me. So I ain't
Mhm.
mad at old boy.
Mhm.
I mean, but I want to call CPS. But at
Mhm.
the end of the day, I'm not like a kid need to be a kid. Quit trying to like these kids and thinking it's cute and fun, seeing your little girl popping and I see that shit. That's why I don't watch it. If I
Mhm.
turn on, I start seeing all these. It's cool. Wait, fan, they pop, they fan, and they do this, but all that twist and pop. As soon as I see that shit, I turn that shit. I just that shit starting. I mean, I know it's a hot thing that pop fan folks still pop. It's a little trend thing, but seeing little kids out here with all that extra turning their hips, and
Yeah.
I think that shit is unacceptable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That at some point they can be kids, but they need to have a better way of doing it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
Now
saying?
I don't know if Miss Shirley mom and dad are together. I've only seen her with her mom or with another woman in the video, so I don't
Yeah.
want to assume anything. But I know when I was reading the comments, they were saying, "Where's Miss Shirley's dad?"
Yeah.
So do you think that by not having a father in the household contributes to that type of behavior, or do you think that if a man or her dad was in the household, that he might not have allowed her to post those type of videos?
It don't mean it don't necessarily have to be in the household to
Mhm.
still get on the mama ass about it.
Mhm.
So I don't know the situation. I don't know if he alive, if he incarcerated, if he just not in the picture. But whatever the case may be, it still boiled down if she with the mom's giving the consent and saying it's okay because it's all cute and thing. She probably looking at she getting the fame, she getting the money for it.
Yeah.
So it's all like it's a money scheme.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, like you say, be a kid. I mean, I know some shit can be funny now. If it's Halloween, you dressing a bunch of little kids look like they some old women, that's cool. But all that going and popping and twinkling, people want to see the little girls coming there doing that shit.
Yeah.
No, no, it's unacceptable. So at the end of the day, it don't matter if the daddy there or not. I
Mhm.
think at the end of the day, regardless if daddy not
So what do
there,
you think the consequences should be? Like, let's say the dad saw it and he did tell the mom, stop it and don't let my daughter do that. But the mom is like, well, this my baby, she live with me. Then how do you think that should be handled?
tell him baby grandma papa put something on her little butt. I don't care what your mama say, and tell her I
Mhm.
don't care what you say. If I see my child on the internet doing something like this again, we're gonna have some problems.
Mhm.
Call it what you want, but I'm just telling you. It's cool. You see it do, but all that putting on every time you get a chance, you're trying to dress up this way and make it doing this way and putting this on.
Yeah.
So, prime example. You remember that little girl that was the beauty passion way back in the day?
John Benet Ramsey.
Huh?
John Benet
When they had
Ramsey.
her dressing all up, doing all this, and she just come up
Mhm.
missing.
Mhm.
I feel the same way. Like, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but you don't put them kids, because you got sick motherfuckers out here.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So with these sick motherfuckers out here and way these some jokers act, they look at that shit and who say? I just feel like let a kid be a kid. That's what kids need to be. A kid in a child's play, having fun. If they dancing, but I be seeing that, I be sitting back, be going play, and I see these little kids doing stuff, and I be like, I don't care how cool I am, just some things I'm not going for.
Yeah.
Y'all not for do that
I just
shit.
feel like the kids in this generation, because I was talking to one of my friends on the phone yesterday, and
Yeah.
she was venting to me about her son, And everything she was saying about this young man, I'm like, she talking about my son.
Yeah.
And somebody else had just told me, they was like, it's just this generation, like these kids, their mentality and how they think is way different than how we were raised. And we raised these kids, but it's for some reason they just
Lost.
they lost. They so lost, and they want to be grown so fast. And we all couldn't wait to get grown, but we wanted to be grown to get our jobs and to have houses and cars and to have nice things and to be able to go places.
Yeah.
These kids don't really have ambition to, you know what, I'm finna get up and I'm finna go to work and I'm finna work overtime. I remember working 12-hour shifts 5 days a week
Yeah.
because I wanted rims on my car.
Yeah.
You know, but I
Yeah.
don't see that drive in these kids nowadays. Like, they're very lazy and they are so entitled and feel like they can just go on a job and half-ass do it and still keep their job.
Yeah, they want to be. I don't know. They nowadays these little youngsters, they wise, like they get the group, get with their little partners. They gotta go somewhere. They gotta stunt for the little females, or they gotta play harder for the next crew of folks that's over there. They all lost in society. I think this way these little YNs nowadays, there's a small scale of them that's really on the right path to do something, succeed. Try to succeed in life. Number on that scale is small. You know what I'm saying? And little do they know that the moment that they going and what they heading to right now is going to end up in disaster.
They don't listen.
Gonna be self-destruction for them.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
it's very much self-destruction. Like, I know a lot of kids right now that's not in school, and I just don't remember when I was in school. Like, I remember kids skipping class,
Yeah.
but I never knew a kid that just actually decided, like, on their own, I don't want to go to school no more.
Yeah. They don't want to do nothing. I don't know. I don't know. They watch too much TV, thinking, get tatted up and get them a big stick on their side and
They want
get out
to
here.
smoke vapes and smoke weed.
All this stuff. So I guess they figure, with this stuff going on, that's the thing to do. But it's more than that to do.
Yeah. But you know what? A lot of people say that it's because you have all these single mothers raising
That ain't necessarily
kids.
true, man. I don't believe in that shit. I believe at the end of the day, it don't matter if it's a single mother, because at the end of the day, I grew up in my mama's house, my grandma's house. I knew who my old man was, but we wasn't, like, I wasn't at his house every day or hung around on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? Man, we cool. We got a bond with each other, but what I'm saying is, that don't have nothing to do with that. I don't
But
really
you was
feel that.
hard-headed when you was little, though.
Yeah, but I still knew at the end of the day it was still rules and regulations on shit.
So
you know
you
what I'm saying?
followed your parents'
Yeah,
rules?
I knew what the hell was still shit we had to do.
Okay.
At the end of the day, yeah, we young, we go out and do shit, but we gonna make sure we don't get back to the house
Right.
on whatever we doing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, my thing was, eventually, I know it's things that I'm gonna want to do, so I just try to do whatever I'm gonna do, and I'm just gonna make sure if I'm doing something, I ain't gonna get back to the high.
What motivated you to? Cause like, I've been knowing you my whole life,
Yeah.
and I just ain't never known you to be no bum or no crumb or no ratchet dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you always had nice cars, always had a nice place to stay. Like, you always dressed nice or whatever. But what got you to the point to where you felt like, I don't want my mama or no woman taking care of me. I want to get this for myself. Like, what gave you the motivation to want to get up and go start your own business and make your own money?
Well, be honest, tell you the truth, I think what got me in that phrase was, I'm not gonna say we were just poor. But we done stayed in the house, living with my grandmother and stuff like that. We done lived in the house to where the lights was out. We stayed in the house 2 months. Not 2 months, about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, living with the dry ice in the cooler, with no lights, and we know how to
cold.
Yeah, keep it cold in the country. In East Texas, with my grandma and them going out there in the country, shit, the house was probably no bigger than this area we was in. You had, when you walk in, you in the living room. You walk through that little hole, that's the kitchen, and this way it's a 1 bedroom, no tub, no bathroom. The bathroom was outside. So I remember going late at night. You ain't trying to go to the bathroom late at night in our house. And we used to take baths. My grandma used to have a little round tub.
It was oval.
She used to pour the water in there, hot water, and then put some cold water and tell me to take a bath first. I'm like, how you gonna bathe? She be like, I'm gonna bathe after you. I'm like, in the water after she like, just take your bath. So I tell people all the time, I'm a country city slicker because I come up in the country, but I also was coming in the city too.
Yeah.
So I understood of living in the country how things wasn't fast in advance how it was in the city.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I spent all Christmas breaks, summers in the country. And then when school started, that's when I spent my time in the city. And I probably did that all the way up until probably about the 7th grade. About the 7th grade, I stopped going out there. But even though it was here, like my grandfather worked, I watched my grandfather in the country work.
He had his own store.
And he built his own store on the land. Built a store and was selling everybody that give him credit for whatever they need. Toilet paper, cereal, milk, soap. Anything the store had, he had it. And he was selling. And I used to watch him. So I'm like, okay.
So the entrepreneurship is in your blood.
So, and then my grandfather in the city, you know, he worked hard. And I watched how my grandma's house was the house that everybody be at. Man, we'd be deep in there. My aunties, uncles, cuz we be all in the living room floor. At night, we ranking on each other. And it was like, and the thing about it was, as I come up, I wasn't, they tell me you got a roof over your head, you eating, you good. So I ain't getting no name brand shoes and all this stuff. Back then you shop at TJ Maxx. Was it TJ Maxx? And what's that other store? TG something, whatever they had. And I remember for 1 year in school, I got some shoes called Playboy. They were some blue suede shoes, white and had Playboy. I used to love them shoes.
I think I remember that.
When it was right here. We stand on.
They had some shiny leather ones like that too.
We stayed on. We were staying on Aldine Mail Route. Aldine Bender on 59 and Aldine Bender by MacArthur High School.
Okay.
We stayed in the neighborhood. My mom used to stay in apartments, and it's crazy though, cause for a long time I used to thought I was the only child. I ain't never knew I had a brother until probably about 6, 7, 6.
Talking about your mama's son?
Yeah, I used to leave my grandma, cause you know what I'm saying, I was be gone, like I'd be in the country, I'd be at my grandma's house, and shoot, that's it. So, but my brother when they born, you know, he'll be at his grandma's house somewhere. So I ain't really go to my mama's house all the time. My mama stayed in apartments behind my grandma's neighborhood. So I go there one day, I'm sitting at the table, I'm like, who's this little boy looking at me? He up there smiling, man. I said, Mama, who's this here looking at me? She said, boy, that's your brother. I said,
wow.
Oh. I'm being sick. Like,
so you don't remember your mama being pregnant?
I said, man, but, you know, but at the end of the day.
That's funny.
I said, who the little nigga keep looking at me? You know what I'm saying? and then later on in life, you know, we realized, like, I was taught that as long as you got clothes and stuff like that. I mean, I ain't get everything I wanted, but we still had video games, pretty much what we need, bikes, stuff like that. And I was cool with it, and I raised up. But as I got older, you know, once I started hitting like 6th grade, 7th grade, and I remember when we had flat tops. And my mama, my homeboy Brandon, his brother, man, rest his soul, he got killed back in 1990, I think it was 1995. I remember him and my boy Kenny over there on Northborough Road. Man, rest his soul, man. That's my boy, man. But he cut our hair. He used to cut our hair, and he gave me a table fade. I mean, he gave me a bald fade and had a flat top. My mom like, who the hell told you to get a bald head? Nobody tell you cut your hair. I used to wear them all even cuts, low, real all even cut and just edged up. And she called herself cutting it all off our head and stuff like that. But they had wieners. Remember wieners? So wieners was the shit, which is now like city trends and all that. So wieners is what we used to do all the shopping. You get Levi's, you get your Jordan
wieners
shirt.
Had Nikes. I don't know if
had Nikes, all that.
Nikes.
No, I'm just saying, but you know.
Well, yeah.
So we went to wieners, and I remember my 7th grade year going to Shotwell. And summertime came, you know, having fun, wasn't worried about it. School started, and I remember I ain't have no shoes for school. I had some Levi's, had a Jordan shirt. We like, yeah, and they were like, this is how you gonna get. I'm like, all right, cool. I wasn't that person like. That's why right now to this day, I don't like jewelry. Ain't no thing to me. Like when I was little, I had it, but jewelry ain't no thing, and like material shit don't really excite me. I mean, I get it, but it's not no like I must have. You know what I'm saying? So. But I remember I ain't have no shoes to wear. So the first day of school, I wore some penny loafers.
Not with the
with some thick white socks, Levi's, and a Michael Jordan shirt. And I remember wearing that shit to school. And then I was like, I'm looking at everybody on the bus.
Did it look good to you?
Nah, I'm like, I'm like, damn, man. I'm playing football and track. How am I run track in some church shoes? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna run track in some church shoes. I can't stay on my feet sliding across the, you
But
know.
why you put on some penny loafers with a Jordan
I ain't had no
shirt?
other shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, mother, so I had to wear the fucking penny loafers. You know what I'm saying?
I would have picked a different shirt.
Man, I'm like, where's some wear? I'm like, these Levi's go with the Jordan shirt now, and I had to wear some. Like, I wore them Levi's, I wore them penny loafers the whole fucking school year. I ain't get my first pair of shoes until Christmas. That's when them LA Gears came out. The hiking LA Gear boot shoes. I had some LA Gears. I got those for Christmas, and then, but what I'm saying is, when I got on the bus, I'm looking.
Everybody got tennis
Everybody
shoes.
got tennis shoes, Jordans. I'm thinking I'm kind of got these big, thick white socks and these penny loafers on.
Wait, Michael Jackson was still in style back then?
Man, I don't know, man. I'm like, man, fuck this shit. Like, I can't do this.
Oh my goodness.
And from that day there, I like, man, you know what? I'm like, it's cool. My mom and them get it for me, cool. If not, I ain't tripping. I'm for to give me some money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that when that summertime hit, I was on a whole nother mission from there.
Okay, so just really not having what you want to fit in or whatever, and put you on your grind. Like, I don't want to be an outcast.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get it for myself. I see my mom and them, they working, they put a roof over my head.
Yeah.
But let me get it for myself.
Yeah, let me get it for myself. And I was like, man, and and I'm like, I don't want to. So from there, I had got some Jordans in 6th grade year. I was at Grantham. I got some Jordans when them I don't know, they got all these different names. They was the 85 Jordans. 85, 86 Jordan. That's the ones they came out. They was all white with the red, black. Back then, Jordan used to put out like 3 pairs of shoes at one time. Mm-hmm. Now he put out one shoe, every year or 2. Back then you get 3 pairs of shoes, 3 pairs of Jordans at one time. Mm-hmm. And that was like the first tennis shoe. But after that, I ain't had no shoes. But by me going through that, I was still humble to where stuff like clothes and nothing don't make me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I knew I ain't want to go back to school wearing no penny loafers, and I'm like, nah. So that following year, man, I do whatever. I go work with my boy. His grandfather used to do construction. Mm-hmm. We do concrete. I used to do that in sometime. He pays $25 a week. We're like, shit, we save these shoes every week. We can buy us some Jordans. Mm-hmm. I'm like, man, I thought about $25 a week. Damn, we be out there a long ass time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it was cool. But
that's
then I started doing a lot of little hustling on the side. I ain't gonna say what I was doing, but I started hustling, and I started giving me a little money, and I started buying shit that I want on my own.
Yeah.
And then as time went on, got to school, got to Gulf Bank, and then I turned that motherfucker all the way up. Mm-hmm. And from there, I was like, anything I do, I'm doing it for myself.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to have to ask nobody for nothing. I don't want to, put them and feel like they got to give me something. I'm going to get it for myself. Mm-hmm. And then from that standpoint,
what made you feel that way?
Huh?
What made you feel that way?
That I wanted to get it.
For yourself.
For myself.
You don't want to ask nobody.
Because I realized at the end of the day, that's their money. Mm-hmm. They doing their job, making sure I eat. Mm-hmm. So if it's something that I want, why, and if I don't want to be let down that they can't do it, why am I get mad?
Yeah.
So I got to get it for myself. I'm going to be grown one day.
Yeah.
So I got to go get it for myself regardless. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I put my mind to what I need to do, and shit, I went off, and from there, ever since, everything I got, I work hard for. And that's why I tell people, it's up to you as a person if you really want to have something. Mm-hmm. You can't, your sorrows and stories don't move me. You got if your sorrows and story, your sadness, all that determine on you. Mm-hmm. You your own person. You who stops yourself. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You only can go far as you believe. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I knew at the end of the day, nothing gonna be easy. You hit bumps in the road. You go here, you get that. I've been up, I've been down, I've been up, I've been down. But you gotta know how to balance that. You know what I'm saying? And but because I knew that nothing ain't gonna be free, I had to do what I want. So even when I was hustling, I'm like, man, this shit ain't gonna last long. You're gonna go to jail, or keep getting robbed, or this can happen, you're gonna lose, or you can get popped, know. So at the end of the day, put your time, what you're gonna do, try to get your money you can and get out of it. Yeah. So I started realizing when shit started slowing up and things was happening, I'm like, shit, I can put this same hustle into work. Mm-hmm. So I'm the type of person, whatever I'm doing, I want to be the best, or I want to be the top person with doing it. So when I decided to get a job, I was a helper. I'm like, well, shit, how can I get more money? They like, become a driver.
Mhm.
Well, shit, let me drive. I can get more
Yeah.
money. Studied, got my CDL. But how I got my CDL was when I caught my first case. My PO, he said, man, you're a young man, man. Man, you got still good potentials in front of you, man. You need to do, Mr. Nelson, I still remember that man's name to the day. Mr. I don't know if he's still living or not. But he said, man, you got good potential. He said, man, I'm going to give you your CDLs, man. Study your CDL, man, and go to the counter of the city and get your job. I said, uh-huh. He said, yeah. I took that tablet. I studied that motherfucker every day. Went and took it, got my CDLs, and I ain't looked back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I
I
knew.
think let me talk to the camera. A lot of young men need to understand that just because you got a felony or just because something happened to you, that don't mean that you need to give up on life. This man right here said he had a felony and went to probation officer, and the probation officer told him, go get your CDL. You can get a CDL and you can make a good living for yourself. You do not have to go out and rob nobody, break into nobody's houses, breaking into nobody's cars because you're hungry. All you got to do is go get your CDL, start driving trucks, and you're going to make your money. Look at Miles. He doing pretty good for himself.
You don't have to be CDLs because driving ain't for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be honest with you. I really want to, I got Pat trying to get this food thing going, but I also, once I get some folks to drive for me, I'm going to do plumbing. We need plumbers, man. Plumbers making money.
Yeah.
Believe it or not,
They give out free
these white
classes for
boys,
that
these
too.
white boys making a killing. There ain't too many black people doing plumbing, man. Plumbing make. I right now I'm still trying to figure out a way where I can go ahead and take me some night classes. Plumbing making a killing, man. There's no much bread. You know how many houses out here? You know how many houses and spots in the hood? If you in the hood every day, you know how much money you can make doing plumbing?
Mm-hmm.
Just helping somebody out, man. You make some live bread doing, and that's simple. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be tatted all up in your face and your arm, you got to find somewhere.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you know, and reason why I realized, you know, like I say, I had my ups and downs. I bought my first truck when I was 22, 23, 23. I bought my first truck, 18-wheeler.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? At 23 years old. I paid 6,000 cash for it. But that motherfucker made me some money.
Mm-hmm.
I made that money back in 1 week.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
I might need to go get
I
my
made that money back
CDL.
in 1 week. And we talking back, this is back in 99. Back in 1999. No, 98 or 90, not 98, 98, 99. You know what I'm saying? Because I got my licensing back in like 97, 98. So it was about 98, 99 I bought my truck. I bought the truck and I leased it on with this company I was working for and made some money. But I was still young. I was still hustling. You know what I'm saying? Still hustling. I go out of town, come back in, I hustle.
Yeah.
And I tell people this all the time. Sometimes you can be blessed and sometimes it can be taken away from you. Because God can be blessing you with something, you still doing something opposite than he don't want you to do. And he take it from you like, look, I'm going to show you something. You know, pull it from you and make you sit back and reality check yourself.
Yeah, I was telling my son today, I say, you keep making the same mistakes. God's going to keep teaching you that same lesson over and over
You
again.
got to learn from it.
Say it's going to get harder each time he try to show you until you figure it out. You're going to keep going through the same stuff over and over again.
Believe it or not, though, I mean, you don't got to believe it, but sometimes you got to think about it, man.
At some point, you're going to have
and
to
you have
believe
to
it.
start somewhere, though, man. I started at McDonald's
Mm-hmm.
because I always knew, even though I'm hustling, I watch cats get jammed up and they can't cover the money. They take the money, they got to come with check stubs. So I say, well, shit, they catch me winning the money, I'm going to have some check stubs. I don't care. So McDonald's was one of the first jobs I did. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't have no problem going out there and just jump out there and go check the job out. Like, I know in the daytime, if I keep my face out the scene in the daytime and go make me some legit money, and then at night, I come out here and I grind all night. That's what I move. Like, cause when I come back, what happened? Man, them laws came through here. I said, well, shit, I'm glad I wasn't around.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I tell people all the time, he took things from me because I was young. I was still hustling. And things went downhill. I had to revamp myself. Boom, came back, started driving again. Then I quit driving for a minute doing pipe fitting. I did fiberglass pipe fitting for a while, making money. They laid us off. I started hustling again, jumped back on. Then one point I wasn't driving at all, and I was just hustling, doing what I need to do. And then I think on my last go around, man, I was like, it's time for me to get it all the way right. And each time I didn't caught like 2 other cases after the first, so I actually had 3 felonies. And I tell people all the time, man, The thing is, if you're going to fill out an application, I don't know what I'm telling y'all anyway. I don't give you the game. If you're going to fill out an application with a job, don't tell them folks nothing that they don't need to know. Let them, the key is you trying to get the job and let them do their work.
Yeah.
Because you put it on there, they can just look at it and say, oh, nah, we ain't hiring. Don't put it on there. Let them figure that shit out. Maybe by the time you can get in the door and they be like, we like you. And I ain't ever did. I did it one time.
But as I said, if you check that you don't have a felony, then they do a background check and they find out, then they let you go. Ain't that what happened to that dude on Soul Food?
Yeah, they do that, but I'm going to roll the dice, though. I'm going to roll the dice. Say, if I'm there 3 months, I got some bread in 3 months.
That's true. That's a good way to look at it.
You know what I'm saying? I got some bread in 3 months. They gave me some money to pursue, to do something else that I might need to do. I might have got me enough money to give me a car. Now I can move around like I need to.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So you got to always take what some things is and take it for the best and for the good to try to maneuver and make things happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, on my last go around, I tell people all the time, man, I was hustling. I think the last thing I was hustling, I was selling PCP water. That fry. People don't know what that was.
Okay.
And bumming fluid.
Yeah,
I'm just giving y'all different terms. Y'all know what it is. They call it bumming fluid, PCP, water, whatever you want to call fry.
See, I thought you were saying PCP water, like together as one word.
Well, it's just different. Yeah,
Gotcha.
water.
Yeah,
people
I
call
remember that
and
epidemic.
Yeah, I would sell it, and I tell people all the time, I sell it. Niggas come through, I be like, yeah, nigga, I smoke one with you, you know. But I smoke it, but it wasn't. I'm smoke up where I can't make my money. It's just sometimes you hustling doing shit, and you smoking. Then one day, man, and a lot of time when people that smoke water, you don't really know how you look. You can't really see how much weight because it kills your appetite. You know what I'm saying? So you don't really know. You think you're cool, but you don't really know how you look. And one day, man, I looked up. I looked in the mirror. I said, what the fuck? Like, damn, nigga, my face sinking in. You know what I'm saying, nigga? I'm looking small. I'm already a little bit. I'm like, damn, I'm looking small, man. And I'm like, man, I got to do something different. Going through some bullshit. I'm like, I got to do something different, man. I prayed about it. So one day I was laying in the bed. Had smoked something the night before and I was laying in the bed. I'm laying in the bed sitting there. I roll up a blunt. I smoke a blunt. And like after smoking that the night before, you can smoke it. And if you don't sleep it all the way off, soon you smoke a blunt, that shit, boof.
Right.
Blow your high right back up. So my phone rung. Nigga like, hey, Book, man. You guys said, yeah, come on through. I got you. I said, I'm going to hook you up. He said, bet. So he get there. I'm laying in the bed. I get up. I said, man, you know what? I ain't selling this shit no more. I'm done with this shit, man. I got to do something different. They come over there. He like, man, I do what I do. Give him his two, and the nigga was like, I'm like, man, you know what, man? Fuck this. I don't want all. I had like a strack. That's how they sell it, called stracks. People don't know. I had a strack.
That's a lot.
That's a lot compared to, you buy stracks and you can get gallons and so on like that. But I had like 2 stracks. I'm like, man, you know what, man? I got 2 stracks. I say, nigga, you know what? I'm going to bless your game. Nigga, give me $75 a piece.
How much do they normally go for?
Depending on where you're at, 200, 250, 175.
Okay, so
I tell nigga, give me
real low with it.
I'm like, nigga, give me 75 a piece, and this was some good. It wasn't no bullshit. I'm like, nigga, I ain't fucking with this shit no more. And at the same time, I'm still high, but I'm calm. So he's like, let me go to the car then. I get it. So I was like, I'm gonna walk to the car with you. I walk to the car. I'm high. I walk to the end of the driveway, sidewalk. He parked, and I'm looking down where I stayed at. It was like some townhouses, and the driveway going a dead end on the end. And I look over there, it's an old man sitting in his truck, just minding his business with his hand out of his truck, in his old truck, just waiting on somebody. I'm high, paranoid, tripping. I'm looking, and they say, oh yeah, the dude over there, yeah, I seen that too. I said, nigga, y'all trying to set me up? Huh? Nigga, y'all And I remember, because I played back in my head, I said, nigga, y'all trying to set me up, nigga? Give me that shit here. Snatched them niggas' money, snatched the shit, and just pulled all the shit out, and threw the shit across the gate and said, nigga, get away from around my house.
Oh my goodness.
Went in the house, laid down. About 10 minutes later, I just started laughing. I say, nigga, I'm tripping. But I had prayed, man, I want to change, man. I want to do something different.
Mm-hmm.
But all this here transpired to this way. I'm like, damn, I'm tripping. I called that nigga back. I said, man, I was fool. I'm tripping. He said, man, I know you was. I said, man, I'm tripping, man. Come get y'all money, man.
Oh, you took their money?
I took their money and everything.
Oh, wow.
Told them, y'all better get from over
that
here.
That could have ended very bad for you.
Man, I ain't give a damn. I was like, nigga better move around.
Thinking they trying to set you up.
Yeah. I'm like, y'all better move, nigga.
Mm.
I was tripping though. I bunch of shit. Your mind be going all up and down
Right.
crazy, man.
I'm
And
glad that you made it
I
out of
had
that
to get myself
situation.
together, man. And once I got myself together, I end up I'm like, I gotta move and get my own spot. I got my own apartment. Cause at the time, staying with the baby mama, this shit. And I'm like, I gotta get my own spot. So I got my own spot. Cause I'm like, man, I need to get my kids here in one spot with me.
Right.
And I moved. I stayed there. And I went, got to work, started working, and shit. From there, and I was like, man, shit. And I was like, I can't do it no more, man. And I left that shit alone. When I got this job hauling cars, I left that shit alone, and I ain't fuck with it no more since. You know what I'm saying? And from here, just being up,
That's your
blessings.
testimony. That's
You know what I'm
what's
saying?
up.
But
Mhm.
it's way more. But I'm just getting it short retail. But you can do whatever you want to do, man. You can make whatever situation turn to the best situation.
Mhm.
But a bad situation not gonna get good if you don't put no effort in it.
Mhm.
You can't come in the door thinking you're gonna make XYZ amount of money. Everything's a process. So once you learn how to take these steps towards what you want to do, you accomplish all your goals and dreams.
Mhm.
But with that being said, because of me wearing church shoes, the school on my 7th grade class year,
Yeah.
running across the whole run with church shoes on, made me determined to stay hustling hard,
So you
so
can
I don't
have
have to
more
ever
than
worry
some
about
church
that. And I like
shoes.
I ain't gonna send my kids to school with no church shoes and shit like
I
that.
think that part right there is where we messed up at.
Yeah,
We did not grow up like spoiled or
yeah,
privileged or with the best of the best. So we were determined. I want the best of the best, and I want to be able to give my kids the best of the best. And by us working hard and giving them the best, they didn't learn how to work for nothing themselves because they're used to us just giving it to them. So they take for granted our hard work, and then they don't understand that we put in all this work to give them what we didn't have.
yeah.
And now that's why you got so many of them that will sit at home and chill and just be on their phone or whatever and
Nah,
not
fuck
have the
that.
motivation to get up and do nothing because they never had to get up and do
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
because we worked our butts off to get them everything that
Yeah,
they need.
I gave mine when they was kids. I gave them what they want. When they got older, things changed. You got to earn this.
Mhm.
Like I used to make them hustle. Like when I had moved to my apartment, I say, look what I'm like, look, we gonna sell food out there. We're gonna be the trap house. We're gonna have I'm
Mhm.
like, this is a one-stop shop.
Mhm.
I got chicken baskets, wings,
You used
slush.
to
Man,
sell chicken
I
baskets?
was selling everything
Oh
out there.
man.
I had my partner, his wife, man, used to hook me up with them big 20-pound chicken wing bags. I don't know,
Yeah.
I don't know where she was getting them from, but
Sam's probably.
nah, she was.
Cisco.
I don't know where she was getting them from. She used to bring them home from me. She used to work and bring them from work from me.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm talking about big bag. I'm talking sealed
Yeah.
up. I throw them in the freezer. She like, here you go, Miles. Here you
Yeah.
go. My boy said, my wife. I say, I appreciate you.
Mhm.
Then I had to hook up the food stamps.
Mhm.
Oh
The
man, what a
good old
stamps at
days.
nowadays? Yeah, but I had to stamp. So I say, look, when I go to work, people come over here knock on this door. Y'all better hook them up.
Mhm.
I'm gonna show y'all how to cook.
You
Shit.
showed them how to cook.
Yeah, they know how to cook. I showed them how to cook. They were
Mhm.
one day I remember my birthday. I was knocked out sleep. They come there waking me up. Daddy, get up. What's up? I come in. I'm drunk. My eye bloodshot red. I'm like, what's up? We cook breakfast for you. Come on. Pretty golden brown pancakes, bacon,
Mm.
eggs, and everything. Big cup of orange. I said, well, I sure appreciate
Okay,
y'all.
must be nice.
Y'all cook for me. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Then burn the house up.
Right.
Yeah, they been there cooking the wing baskets and they had be going there trying to sell shit and then they had them, they be trying to take my little change and going across the candy lady and buying shit over there. Like, nigga, y'all be taking my damn change going buy nothing for no candy lady.
Right. You ain't had candy. You only had the wing baskets. They needed
Yeah,
some
I had
snacks.
everything. It wasn't
Mhm.
nothing you couldn't. I had everything you wanted over there, man. But I just try to teach them how to be hustlers and business, do what they need to do.
Mhm.
But sometimes, man, our Jackson trade don't always roll off on our kids.
That is true.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And sometimes, like you say, because you gave them shit, they always feeling that you owe them something. No, homeboy. Once you get grown, you on your own.
Mhm.
If you have a child, you on your own. You got responsibility, so you need to do your part as a parent to take care of yours, like I took care of you. If I
Mhm.
provide a roof over your head, least you can do is what I tell you to do.
Mhm.
You stay in my house, there's rules and regulations. You need to clean up. You need to clean up behind yourself.
Mhm.
You're gonna come this because even back then when I was staying with my mama, she used to tell me, look, Y'all ain't gonna be walking in my house no any time of the night.
Mm-hmm.
You come to my house, I gotta get up and go to work early in the morning. You walk in my house, y'all better be in the house before 12 o'clock or don't come here.
Right.
So what nigga do? Leave the cut, walk to Stop and Go, give me some grandma cookies, vanilla grandma cookies, a Country Town lemonade, some Funyuns, and walk my ass back down the block, all the way to the highs, go in the house, warm up me some noodles and a corn dog, eat that shit, watch Def Comedy Jams, and laugh all night. Cause nigga hide the motherfucker and laughing. But niggas in the house before 12 o'clock.
Right. You respect those rules.
Yeah. Told them the chicken heads, you come over here, you can't leave this house until the morning. So if you got to go home, you just stuck over here. Because I ain't cutting the lawn back off. You come, toot, 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 toot.
Oh, they need to be gone before your curfew.
No, they come over here, they ass going to be stuck there till the morning. It's just what it was.
Your mom wasn't going to say nothing about nobody spending the night? Or she wasn't going to know?
I mean, she ain't probably give a damn.
Ain't nobody going to be spending the night.
Well, we boys. It didn't matter. I can shit. That's a whole nother subject right there. Back in the day when we were young, that was pretty much like our house.
See, you were privileged because I'm not finna let no female spend the night at my house with my son.
Matter of fact, where y'all mamas was at when y'all just come spend the night at the house?
Right. Where did they tell their mamas they
I
was
don't even
going?
know. They probably told their mama they can stay over there. They can come spend the night. Or they going to somebody else's house. It was some girls, they mom used to drop them off over the house on weekend. I ain't even know it.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm like,
I wonder who house they told their mama they was going to.
no, the one girl mama was dropping them off over there. Like,
she knew it was a boy house. She was
yeah, they knew who house it was. Because
this was after you were 18 or before 18?
Hell, I don't know. It was in school.
You was in school still?
Yeah, I probably wasn't going to school, but it was in school still.
And she was dropping them off to spend the night?
They come over on Fridays and want to leave to fucking Sunday. But what got me was, me and my boy Lunch, we'd be out riding around. I was driving. So I'd be moving the car. We'd be having little females with us. Like, let's go to the high, bring these little bras there. Come in that motherfucker, open the door. What the fuck are y'all doing here? Like, how y'all get up in this house? Pistol, my little brother, and let them in the high. They down there chilling, eating, chilling. I'm like, man, y'all just gonna bust a nigga little parade up.
My mama didn't play that. Like, I wasn't spending the night at nobody's house, and when nobody spending the night at my house. And there was no way that I can go say that I'm staying at somebody's house. And my mom wasn't finna drop me off in no boy house. I barely could have a boyfriend in high school.
Man, that lady used to drop both. One girl go to the other girl house, and then they all come over there. So it'd be like 1, 2, 3, like 4 of them. But you got to mind, we in this one little room, twin beds, people on the floor. The room.
I remember what y'all room looked like.
But the room wasn't that big, and I'm sitting there thinking about it. Like, motherfucker laid.
Because the beds was closer to the window.
Yeah, one close to the one and one close to the bathroom, and had a nightstand in the middle. So motherfuckers will be laying in the middle of the floor. Motherfucker be laying at the foot. Motherfucker be laying on the other side of the bed by the bathroom. They get up, you stepping on people.
That's too many people.
And I'm talking about, man, but I don't know, folks just love to come to the house. We be crunking that mud. I used to be crunking. I get up. Like, y'all just gotta get out of here. Y'all can't be raining on our parade. But with that being said though, man, I just knew that at the end of the day I wanted my own. And I try to tell them kids, but these kids nowadays be thinking you own something. I don't owe you nothing. I gave you life, and I try to give you game. And I tell my kids all the time, hard head make a soft ass.
Yeah.
And hard head make a soft ass.
They like some Charmin.
If you don't listen to what I'm telling you, then if I'm always feeding and giving you, then how you gonna learn, or how you gonna want to go get it for yourself?
Yeah. Or how they gonna know how to do it when you can't feed them no more?
Yep.
That's the biggest thing.
You gotta get out here and learn on your own. You got people been living with their mom, they 50, 60 years old, and they still living with their parent. Because
they're 50 and 60, they probably there to take care of the parents.
Well, no, you got some jokers, they been there, they ain't ever left home. They probably staying with the parent, then they probably staying with the sister, and they just sit up and hang like
never had
their own place, so just they get a little chick, but they ain't ever been on their own nowhere like that. You know what I'm saying?
There's some kind of
But I think nowadays these people, man, a lot of these youngsters nowadays probably don't know how to pay a light bill other than a phone bill.
Well, these youngsters nowadays don't know how to keep a job long enough to pay longer than they lease.
Yeah. But
I don't know what it is. They so quick to move out and so quick to want to be grown that they don't listen and take the advice from their parents. Like I tell my son, I've been on this earth 24 years before you was here. And I done seen a whole lot of things and done been through a whole lot of things. So why wouldn't you listen to what I had to say to you so you don't have to go through some of the stuff that I went through?
I try to tell them, man, look, I took all the hard time, all the punishments and everything for you. All you got to do is take heed to what I'm telling you, man, and run with it.
I tell my son all the time, like, the things that he needs to hear, and he get offended by it.
I
Like,
don't know what
you
for.
think you could talk to me any kind of way? I'm like, no, but
Nigga,
I'm not
you
talking to you
can't,
any kind of
but you
way.
can't voice your damn opinion, nigga. You in my rules. You in my household, you follow my rules.
Mhm.
It's just plain and simple. You don't. I let you talk, but you ain't gonna talk to me no disrespectful motherfucking way.
Mhm.
You gonna talk to me in a calm way. Well, mama, this is how I feel, or daddy, this is how I feel. But
Mhm.
you ain't gonna talk to me as nigga like you take care of me.
Mhm. And my thing is, like, I don't even be saying nothing mean or cruel or anything like that. I think they just don't want to hear the truth. And it's not even just him, it's people in his age group. You know what I'm saying? It's like you try to give these kids some advice, or you try to tell them, hey, if you do this, this is going to happen.
Yeah.
And it's like they're offended. They don't want you to tell them anything. It's like I don't know, it's like they want to have hard times, like just like the boys, like they want to be done, grew up in a hood, and they want to be hard. Like, why? Like, what is so good about being hood?
I don't know, but at the end of the day, some of them like that. They don't want advice, but if you don't want to follow advice, I always told, if you don't want to follow rules and do it, you get your own shit.
Yeah.
Get your own shit.
Yeah, I mean, can't nobody take
And then
nothing in
guess
your
what? You can
place.
do what you want to do, how you want to do it. And at the end of the day, I know me wanting to be in my own spot. I can do things how I want to do it in my spot.
Yeah.
If I know if I don't want to come in a certain time, I'm gonna respect. Because at the end of the day, if you stand in my household, I'm gonna tell you what you ain't gonna do and what you can do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just that simple.
Yeah.
If you don't want to listen, get your own shit.
Yeah, and you can do whatever you want
Do
to
what the
do.
fuck you want to. But in mine, you're gonna do it this way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think some kids think that their parents are the only person that think like that, but it's really everybody. Like, there's nowhere that you can go and just do what you want to do. Not even on a job. You can't be on a job and just do what you want to do when you feel like it. Cause guess what? You won't have a job no more.
Boy or girl, I don't give a damn. I'm gonna care. You disrespectful, you gonna get out my house.
Mhm.
They go from a daughter, son, and I don't give a damn who you is.
Mhm.
You gonna respect me in my household.
Right.
If because at the end of the day, if you don't want to follow my rules, you gotta go. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough love, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna show you. Them streets gonna break you quicker than you think you're gonna do. But you ain't gonna disrespect me in my house.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? You come down here eating my goddamn food.
Mhm.
You using my electricity to charge your phone up.
Mhm.
You goddamn me running, using my water to flush that goddamn commode.
Mhm.
Using toilet paper to wipe your ass.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? All this shit that I'm doing.
Those are privileges.
It's privileges.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? I tell you what, you disrespect my house, go out there and see how you gonna wipe your ass when you eat the shit.
Mm.
Go see what food you gonna eat when you get hungry, or who gonna let you come to their house and eat some food.
You ain't gonna let nobody come over there?
Huh?
You ain't gonna let nobody come over there?
Come over where?
Over there when they get put out.
Nobody ain't come to my house. Nigga, you can't follow rules in somebody else's house. This is my thing.
And that's the thing.
People-
like these
people
kids, they
don't
be
want-
doing all of that. If
Yeah.
you don't do what your mom and daddy tell you to do, you think somebody gonna let you come to their house?
Well,
You
some
damn
people,
sure ain't
some
gonna
people,
respect
some
them.
people go over there and be loud, but I'm the type of person. Now you ain't coming to, nigga, or whoever. If you not following, you disrespecting your parent, and then you'll go to somebody else's house and do all the, I do this for you, nigga. You could have did that at home.
Yeah, I know kids that's like that. They didn't want to follow their parents' rules. Parents didn't even have no major rules. Keep your room clean. Don't have nobody in my house. They want to move out and don't have enough to stand on their own. But they go live at somebody else's mama house and do everything that their woman say do, but you couldn't do it at your mama house.
Crazy shit ever.
That's
Crazy
how
shit
these.
ever.
That's
They
how
go,
a lot
they
of
go
these
throw a little
kids
party.
are.
They go throw a little pity party, nigga. I'm like, don't come here tell me that little sad shit, cause I don't believe that shit.
Mhm.
I remember this little cat one time. I told him, man, and I was sitting there talking to him. I said, man, you know what, man, you too young to be out here looking like that, man, like you are, like you're homeless. You hungry? You talking, man? I work just, man. Just let me work so I can give me some food to eat, man. I know you ain't work. I like, man, where your mama and them from, man? Where you from? He like, man, I'm out of Kingwood. I say, you know what? I say, I can tell right now, man, you probably got some good parents, but the problem is,
You don't want to follow their
you
rules.
probably fucking disrespectful, didn't want to follow their rules, didn't want to listen to what they said, feel like you gonna buck them, and they told you, in my household, you follow me or you can get out on your own. And that's where you at right now.
Yeah.
He
And
like-
then
and
they
he
be
admit
doing
to
all
it.
that they don't have nowhere to go.
Yeah, like
Thinking that these friends gonna have it back. You can't stay at people's house.
Yeah.
You can't contribute.
you too young, man. Like,
I see a
nigga,
lot of kids, like I drive downtown a lot, and I see a lot of young people that's down there, and I'm like, I don't know if they all strung out or if these kids, they just rather be on the streets and sleeping in somebody's car rather than go home and follow some basic rules.
Yeah, they just crazy, man. That way, I hope this young society get it together. But it is what it is. But at the end of the day, man, you gotta tough love. It don't matter, man. You can love your child, but sometimes you gotta put that tough love. I don't give a fuck you let them go and you just pray over them.
Yeah.
Let them figure it out on their own.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, when you come here, you're gonna respect and understand what the fuck I was coming from.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's just that simple. I ain't for to cry and lose no sleep and do that, because I'm not for to come here and think you're gonna disrespect me or don't want to do what the shit I tell you or get an attitude because I told you to do something. Well,
Yeah.
guess what? Get your own shit.
My thing is, when you grown, nobody should have to tell you what to do. You're supposed to know what to do on your own.
Yeah, yeah. So with that being said, I mean, everybody, it is what it is. A lot of people just don't hold themselves accountable for the shit that they do. That's the
Mm-hmm.
problem. People, grown folks, same way, don't hold themselves accountable. Accountability for the shit they do.
That's why they continue to do it. Like I feel like if somebody do something, let's just say like in a relationship, we in a relationship, you do something that I don't like, and I don't say nothing to you about it. I don't hold you accountable. There's no consequences for what you did.
Yeah.
What's to stop you from doing it again? Nothing happened to you. You got away with what you did. So 9 times out of 10, you're going to do it again because nothing happened.
Yeah.
But let's say you do something to me that I don't like, and I crash out, or I spaz out, or I just stop dealing with you altogether.
Yeah.
Now you're going to know, well, I can't do that to her, because if I do, she go crazy. She crash out, or she going to stop fooling with me. If you're going to continue to mess with me, you know not to do that no more,
Yeah.
because you had consequences of me removing myself or me tearing up your shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think that accountability with people in general, when it's your kids, when it's your spouse, when it's your partner, hold people accountable. And
Yeah.
you need to speak up and say what's on your mind.
Yeah.
Because you might do something piss me off, but if I don't say nothing, you walking around thinking you perfect.
Yeah. True.
I gotta let you know. And then when I let you know, now I'm gonna hold you accountable to either do it or don't do it. And that's gonna let me know how you feel about me.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, they ready to get together, man, because folks losing their goddamn mind out here. But it is what it is.
Yes, that is true. Well, anyway, for all of you guys that are watching, we would like for you to hit the like button. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel. And remember that you can send us topics to discuss if you're interested in what we think about it. Miles, what you have to close out with?
Oh man, it's been a long day, but I just tell everybody, man, is just continue to stay strong, man. Keep your head up through the storm, through anything that you're going through. I mean, nothing in life is perfect. Nothing through relationships, personal, anything. But you must always keep a positive mind, though, man. Try to keep a positive mind and stay strong in everything you do. Try to keep the man in your life, man, because the devil work out here. He work hard, and sometimes the devil can get in and intervene and make things seem more than what it can be.
Mm-hmm.
Something you might think is something and it might not be, but your mind, he got your mind triggering thinking that's what it is when it ain't. That's what it is. And people sometimes would think you tell them something or they tell you something and they telling you lying or you ain't lying or telling the truth. Like, how can you tell me? Because the devil got your mind thinking a certain way or because your assumptions. My thing is, a guilty mind always think of something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't go around, if somebody tell me something, somebody ask me something or say, I'm not going, or if I see something, I'm not going to just assume that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I tell people all the time, you got to stay prayed up and keep them battles, because sometimes y'all can be going good and something simple can just throw everything off. Now everything's a roller coaster ride. Shit just going all over the place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And feelings and all this shit can be in it. But you got to keep that man in your life, man, and really just need to keep him in your life, period, on anything you do.
Mm-hmm.
And don't feel bad. You got disrespectful ass kids, make them stand on it. You hold them accountable for what they need to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. You're going to respect my household, respect my rules. If not, get your stuff and you can move on your own life. You can do what you want to do in your own residence. In mine, or go find a little chicken head or some little hard head and go stay with them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I would not encourage that.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I think everybody just need to stay strong, stay positive, keep a good thing going with themselves, man, and try to elevate yourself every day.
Mm-hmm.
Don't stop worrying about all the fake news and shenanigans that goes on social media, like, because half that shit ain't real.
I think that's what a lot of these young kids is living by. Like, they get their morality from what they see on social media. That's why none of them have no self-respect or no self-love, and that's why they doing a lot of unthinkable things, because they think what they see on TV and on social media is reality. But I was just like thinking one day, I was like, I listen to a lot of music. I watch a lot of things on social media. But it's only the hip hop music that have the most negative content. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you don't hear country songs or any of the other like Latina songs, music. I just never heard of them where they talking about selling dope and calling women out their name, or women trying to take a dude for his money, and they don't sing about stuff like that. It's only in our culture that we talk about going to jail, robbing people,
Yeah.
trap housing, being a hottie and being a thought and all this kind of stuff. Why is that? What happened to the music? The music is what's raising our kids, and that's why these kids think the way that they think. They think like, oh, I can just, you know, be a trapper and I'm gonna be okay. Like, they make jail look so fun, so people out here killing everybody because they don't care about going to jail, because I can go to jail and do TikTok all day. You know what I'm saying? It's like our culture is lost, and
Yeah.
social media play a big role because that's who raising these kids.
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe they get a grip on it, man. They get life together, man. Hopefully, everybody get a grip on their life.
Mhm.
Just don't wait till it's too late. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to wait till you get too old where you can't move around like you need to. I think everybody just need to get themselves together, man. Try to get on a good schedule, good time, and get somebody in your corner, rock with them tough, and man, enjoy the world, see the world, and just move forward in life, man, and try to make everything the best of everything, man.
Right. All right. So with that being said, we're gonna follow up with you guys next time and let y'all know what Miles decided to do about the pool party. But remember to hit that subscribe button, like, share, send it to all your friends, get our numbers up. It's been real. Thank y'all for joining. Lay it on the line.
We out.